Okay, and we're recording. All right. All right. Happy 5th of July, everybody. So good to have you here. If you haven't directly met me, I'm Sydney. You might be connected to Dr. LeTa or Kim Dalt or some of the other leaders that are here. And just wanted to kind of bring us all together to hear about Prime My Body 2.0, which is really where we are at a ground floor level with this company, new products, a lot of great training that's been coming forward, just coming back from Austin, Texas. Massive expansion in our company that is about to break, and this huge promo that we have going on. So, I was unable to make that due to a car accident. So we have Dr. LeTa and Kim Dalt who are going to share a little bit deeper about that. If you are new here and you're just kind of getting your feet wet, really my invitation to all of you is to really, bless you, is really to just understand that this oil we have is the very best on the market. Everything that we're making is top quality, is, progressive. We're leading the wave with our products. We are the ones that have actually, really got hemp legalized, which is huge, our CEO. So we have a couple magazines that are out called Cannabis and Tech. Our CEO is in those articles. It's a great asset that you can use, a resource to share with people about our business and the competency that our company is and our products. So, really that we can stand proud that it's legal now, a company that's really leading the industry for hemp and has a strong voice. And we're going to talk more about that. I would ask LeTa to kind of speak about I believe it was a commissioner that came and spoke about our company. So a lot of exciting stuff going on. And I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Dr. LeTa to kind of share about that and then some takeaways. And then I imagine Kim will also have some to share as well. So.
Yes, welcome. I just got off the beach, so I sorry for my appearance. This I can't stress enough that this is a brand new company for a lot of reasons. We have a new, not only just a new product that started shipping April 1st, but we have a new doctor, new medical advisory board. So for those of you, aka Sydney, myself, Kim, and Beth, really, a little bit, you too, Rania, that have been in the company since the beginning, there is a blessing to that, absolutely. And, we've had our seatbelt on for the ride. But this is really, I love how they coined it momentum, because there really is a timing. Unfortunately, like a lot of network marketing companies, or at least, say there's a timing, but with business opportunity, there actually is a timing. Since November, with the deregulation of the CBD and hemp, what's interesting is that it's taken state legislation and companies to kind of catch up. And now we are here on July 5th, and we're actually able to really move forward. Now there's funding for research and stuff like that. So super exciting time. We have stuff that not only nobody has, but they won't have for about 2 years out. So I'm really grateful. What I'd like to do is, I'd like to give Kim and Ashley some time to share their gems. And then what I'm going to do is, and actually Kate too, or Catherine, and then I'd like to kind of go through my gems, and I'll cover what they didn't cover. So Kim, do you mind starting us off?
Sure. Yes. Hi, everyone. It's so exciting to be here and to share with you guys what's been going on. Going to that event was really powerful for me personally. And, going with 2 new people on our team, really was just an incredible experience to see all of us kind of evolve through it. I mean, it was an incredible event. I don't know how else to say it. It was like the production value, being able to sit up front at the founders table and having that perspective on the event, just listening to everyone, the high vibe energy that was there, just seeing what this company is doing and feeling really confident in where we're going. and to just see the integrity of everyone that's leading the company. I mean, it was really very, very powerful for me. And I know Catherine and I have been on the phone a whole bunch, and to see her evolution, you know, as a brand new person going to the event and just sort of knowing what we have here. And anyway, so besides that, and just kind of really promoting that anytime, you know, there's an opportunity to go to one of these events, we all should be there if we want to actually, you know, understand this company and build a business. So yeah, as far as takeaways, I mean, I had a list of things, you know, just mindset things, and then some details about the products and all. But I'll just say, you know, having the opportunity to, you know, speak with Paul Rogers, our CEO, and at the wrap-up session on Sunday, you know, they did a little service that morning to kind of wrap things up. I got to talk directly to Dr. Ron and just have, you know, an open conversation with him and ask him questions about, you know, things that have come up for me as I've been working the business. It was just incredible. One of the things that I had written down, you know, just understanding the product as far as Recept, you know, and the fact that we have another hemp oil coming out, you guys, which is going to be more of an evening type of oil. It's going to be called Chill. He was talking a lot about cannabinoids, but really understanding the terpenes in our product and how those constituents of our product actually create more neuroplasticity than the cannabinoids themselves, which I thought was really fascinating. I mean, I'm just throwing that out there because I think to understand what we have, it's not, oh, we've got this great high quality CBD, that we have this product that has the whole breadth of things that really brings healing. And especially with the brain, right? So we've got the neuroplasticity piece of it. And then also the new products, the fact that we're going into heart health with nitric oxide and the product that's coming out, the fact that we're looking at not just, you know, CBD, but we're looking at health in general. And beauty, we're doing nitric oxide in a hemp infused skincare line as well. So just to see all that and to know that we're not just, you know, like a one-trick pony, we're not just super focused on that.
Just real quick, if you're on a phone, if there's a way you can mute, I think your phone number ends with 116. Can you please mute your phone? That'd be awesome. Thank you.
I just did.
Awesome.
Okay.
Right, that nitric oxide, you guys, that's going to be huge for the skincare industry alone, alongside our network marketing industry. There's other skincare products out there and companies, and this is going to blow everybody out of the water. Just the quality of technology for this is awesome, alongside with the hemp, which is going to, you know, which is huge for helping heal the skin. But the technology that they're using is going to be mind-blowing for everybody. So that's really, really exciting for me. And we'll get more training on that actual product, right? And then also the topical, which, you know, for me right now, I'm using a topical dealing with a car accident. And from what I understand with that topical, it's 1,000 milligrams, where the stuff I'm seeing in the dispensaries are about 250. And so whoever had some training a little bit more about that, maybe LeTa or someone, can talk about the depth of what that the ingredients and what our product is, but it's much stronger. Really, really exciting. Kim, do you have anything else to add?
You know, I could go on and on with my notes, but I won't. I'll just say, you know, for me, you know, there's so many things, right? And I was trying to really distill it down, but really for me, it's, you know, a matter of just continuing to evolve as, you know, an affiliate with this company, as a leader with this company. And, you know, there's going to be the stops and starts that we all go through, I think, but it's really not about starting over. It's more about just continuing to evolve, right? And so that's kind of, for me, what stuck with it, just like keep going. And because I see the vision, and, you know, again, I'm here, you know, I'm in the Bay Area. For all of us that are local, you know, I'm really excited for Kate. I'll just do a shout out to her who's on the call. We have her launch call at 12 o'clock today. So just anybody that would want to jump on just for support and to learn and to hear Dr. LeTa and, you know, to see what it would look like for you to do your own launch call. I would encourage you, the same number here. We're also doing a Zoom, and there'll be a recording of that as well that we can share out. So, so anyone that hasn't done one yet, you know, you can kind of see how it's done. So I'm really excited to be here. I'm so glad to see everyone on this call, and thank you. Appreciate it.
Yay. Thank you so much for being an amazing leader and showing up at the conference, and you've been consistent. And I just really want to acknowledge you, Kim, for all the work that you've shown up and and put in. And you know what we have here is validation that we're in the right place. This company is it, you guys. I mean, like, do not hesitate. This is it. If you've got the time, or you know, really know the green light is here, it's solid. And
yeah, and the testimonials right now, I'm getting testimonials that are mind-blowing right now. So just
okay,
look out.
So who else wants to hop on? Catherine or Ashley?
Yeah. Let's do it. Catherine, let's go.
I'm not sure if she can speak on her.
Sure what to do.
Oh, there you go. You got it.
You're on.
Am I here? Oh,
Yes,
yay.
you are.
Well, I realized that at the conference that I have a chief strength called teachability. I have good teachability.
Love her.
I made some notes this morning. I feel like this is my 2.0, that I need to completely reorient my life and do like you all do, and you know, do that morning meditation and ask who I can help, and just draw that power every morning to, you know, sleep with the phone in a different room. So I'm really getting good momentum, changing my whole life around to have more, you know, power within. I took some notes this morning. I'm trying to learn from more self-actualized people such as yourself, my team, to get my head and body in the right place in the morning.
Yay!
Let's see, jump. I dress for success.
Yes.
I represent. So I am intentional with what I do and say. And I think a key phrase is, can you help me? Because everyone wants to help a friend. I also assume others' good intent. I learned this from a Charisma on Command YouTube video, and I took that to Austin with me and found that it was very powerful, because fear is the mind killer. You know, if I start thinking, oh, what was she must think of me, or I bet they think this, or you know what I mean? Just assume good intention, and life is so much better. And if that fails, remember family. Forget about me. I love you. So I say that a lot to myself because I tend to jabber on about myself, and I need to interview people and learn as much about them and not me. So that is my little catchphrase to bring us together and not insert myself so much. I'm going to
just real quick, Catherine.
Oh yes,
So,
I'm sorry.
So that's okay. I love this. This is like the mindset of like a total authentic open channel messenger.
Yeah.
And I want to honor that's what you're doing. You're out of the way and you're ready to serve. Thank you so much.
Yes. I want to serve. I want to reach out. And really that is how one can totally be fearless, is that I feel I'm trying to bless other people with the message.
Yes.
And heal them. So
and you're
that's
coachable.
My big takeaway.
You're coachable.
Oh
you're open. You're open. And really what this is about being interested in others. We have an opportunity.
Yes.
We have a very compelling opportunity. People are ready for business, and there's also people that are just want to be connected as community, and really being that channel, that neutral space of serving really pulls us away from selling and actually brings us closer to connection. So that I really get that you got that from the conference. Is there anything specifically like a speaker or someone's strategy or some energy that really turned something on for you while you were there that just said,
man.
Yes? Is there like one takeaway that you could really share, or an experience that you had?
You know, I some of those gals that got up on stage, I really feel like they, you know, they're like Tiffany Haddish. They bring the party, and that was their power. Yeah. I loved the women. And certainly the stories where they came from nothing, you know, and made something. So I think, you know, Aaron and a lot of the financial talks where yeah, I can have, I'm worth it, or what have you. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. That I know some of these women that walk up on stage that are some of the top, actually, I know all of them, right? Really well. And I saw them sitting in our living room before it all started, and now where they are in the last 2.5 years. Why
Wow.
are they there? Why? Because they have a why. They have something that's bigger than themselves. And I see it for myself. I mean, my mom just got in a really bad car accident last weekend during the conference. She's 79 years old. She still works. I want to take care of her. It just brings me to tears. It's like Erin, she just wants her daughter to go off to college. She wants to build that retreat center. Sarah's mom, she's got her own story. Renee Jeffis didn't have any money to buy a package. Now she's the second top female earner. Why? Because she was sick and she was able to make money while she was sick. So really, you guys, digging deep into your why is enough to immerse yourself in the yes here. Because what we have could take any of us in this room to a huge level of freedom in financial contribution, legacy. But you got to know what your why is. So, just really, really revisiting that. Everybody's got their own why, and that's why you're here, and it's possible. It really, really is. So who else wants to share? Ashley?
So I was blown away by the conference. I'm so stoked to be a part of this team. And I would say for those of us that haven't been to conference, that's like my biggest takeaway is get yourself there, because it is so motivating, so inspirational. Being able to get to know the people who maybe don't live in my city, but we're all kind of getting to know each other now, Catherine and Kim and LeTa, and we had one other gal who I don't think is on this call with us there, and just being able to build that community in that environment and see all these amazing people get up on stage and talk about their story and their why. That was really powerful for me to come back and feel like I could just jump right into this, because I had the education, I had the training, and I really understand the company and the product a lot better now. Whereas before, like, I'm a visual person. So before it was like I was hearing things, but I wasn't really understanding until I got to be there and experience it. So that was a really big takeaway for me, is just being there to have that experience. So even if it's just like local events that we're doing, and just getting together and holding each other accountable and doing what we can to just like keep leveraging that momentum and keep it going. Because I even noticed, like, just being on a call this morning, it's like I'm constantly redirecting my energy and being able to get back on track if I'm starting to feel scattered. So by connecting with each other, we can kind of like keep that momentum going in a direction. There were so many amazing speakers. One that I want to talk about is Austin talked about social media, and I thought everything that he shared was really useful. One thing that he pointed out was the importance of participation. So not just being a person on social media who's waiting for people to like your post or comment on your post, but like engaging with the virtual community as if it's the community that's right in front of you. So commenting on other people's things, like saying happy birthday to people, even if you don't, have a relationship with them necessarily, liking things, putting articles up that you find interesting, and just like sharing your lifestyle in general. So we don't want to be posting just about Recept and just about Prime My Body and hemp oil, but all the other things that we care about in our life, things that we find interesting, things that we find healing, showing our lifestyle and how amazing it is because of this company, and getting people's curiosity piqued rather than kind of like bombarding people with, that really turns people off to have like a news feed that's just filled with all of the same. Let's see what else. He talked about really using direct messaging as much as possible, like really getting connected with people that way. just meeting people where they're at. So whether it's on the social media realm, whether it's in person, or however we're connecting with people, just being able to meet them where they are and really listening and kind of taking a back seat and, you know, sharing that we have something that we want to share, but then like listening to their story, like what is it that they need? What is it that they're looking for? Are they looking for a business opportunity? Are they looking for more income? Or are they just sick and they want to feel better? And so not pushing in areas where it's not really wanted or needed. What else? I have a couple notes here. Yeah, there's a lot of, oh, go ahead.
Oh, no. I was just gonna say on the social media, like if you are not signed up for Eric Worre or Network Marketing Pro on Facebook, do sign up for that because there are a lot of guidance there for social media tips. Super helpful. Yeah, and like you were saying, warming up your contacts through a happy birthday. I always sing people happy birthday on my phone. People love it. They want to feel connection. So anyway, go ahead.
So I was just gonna say, seeing the doctors get up and talk about these products from a research point of view was really astounding, especially seeing like these brain scans before and after taking one dropper full of Recept and like the massive changes that had happened. And they really shared a lot about studies that are happening or have happened where people are just having amazing results. I don't have a personal testimony yet using this oil. I've been taking it for about probably like 6 or 7 weeks, the Recept twice a day. And I have a lot of health issues that I'm facing right now. And so I'm really like getting fed by other people's testimonials and how, I mean, I hear these stories and it's really amazing. There was one speaker, one testimonial, and maybe one of you who was at the conference can help me out. I can't remember who he was, but this older man who had he was like a government official, or does anybody remember?
If I can jump in, it was, I believe he was a senator, and it was Hardcastle, I think was his name, and Kate probably remembers. She had written this down. I was actually thinking to mention that too, by the way, because it was really profound. Basically, there was this guy who was known to have, I believe he had MS, and he was really deteriorating, and the whole, you know, everyone there at the building, in the Capitol building, noticed that he was doing really poorly, and he, and correct me if I'm wrong, Dr. LeTa, but he started taking Recept, and after just a few days, they could notice that he was able to walk up the stairs.
3 days.
Making front page news in one of the Dallas local newspapers. So like Prime My Body's on the map in that way. It was our product that visibly showed this guy making like a major recovery after just like less than a week. So
but this is what was so interesting about it, is that because he had been a government official and he held like 14 positions through his career, that these, you know, he was able to, they wanted to hear from him because they've known him, and the only thing he did was add Recept, and he single-handedly, because of, I think because they knew him personally, said, we need to make CBD legal in Texas. Mm-hmm. And he was the one that really pushed it into legislation because they knew him and they said, everybody needs this. And that's also why Texas has made a commitment to grow hemp, because they know that everybody in the world is going to need this because they saw this guy. It's unbelievable. I have the audio recording of the whole thing. We weren't allowed to videotape it. I'm happy to share it. I'll text anyone's phone number. You can't post it. It's really profound. I recorded Dr. Ron as well, audio. We can't post anything. I'm happy to send it to you. Okay. Okay, I'll mute you again, Kim. Ashley, anything else?
I mean, there's so much. I think just the being able to feel the heart of the company and really the authenticity of not only the, you know, the founders and the CEO and all of that, but just everybody who was there, and the community of of healers and artists and people who just really care about making a difference in the world. So that was really beautiful. And I'm super grateful. I feel really grateful to be, it's the timing. It's the timing, like right now, if you can stress that to people that like there is a window right now of opportunity and it's not going to be here forever. That was like a really big message that we were being given. And yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
they
so
were saying the 2 to 5 years, if we hit that hard, I mean, as you can see, a lot of these leaders, that's what they did. They really put their focus on immersing at that level. And right now is that time. And, you know, we'll continue to provide trainings and short videos here on the PMB Global page to support you guys in that. And so, LeTa, please share.
yeah, can you guys see my slides?
Yes.
Okay, great. Awesome. So let's go through them.
Can I just mention real quick that Tammy, who was there, is also on the call. Just wanted to point that out in case she wants to share.
Oh, okay, hold on. Let me see if I can unmute her. Okay, Tammy, you're unmuted. Do you want to share something?
Put me on the spot. Well, let's say that I went to this conference not knowing what to expect at all. Kim just said, hey, you got to go. You're new. I took a chance. I booked my tickets 2 weeks prior, and I didn't expect it to be so emotional. I went thinking it's a conference. I mean, I'm just going to go there for knowledge and, you know, connecting with new people on a level where you felt like you knew them, you know, for a long time. And I didn't really expect it to feel like a family, like people were talking like this is just a big family. And it was just so surprising and so touching and just so emotional for me. I didn't expect that, which is good. You know, I was expecting to go there thinking like, okay, this is a business. This is, you know, something to help earn money while doing good and helping people. But it's not that, it's about that for me right now. It's not about the money. It's about helping people. And that's what I'm doing now. And I'm hoping that the other part comes, you know, sort of naturally. I want it to come organically. But I know that you have to put work into it and all of that. So, I mean, I have a full-time job. So that was the takeaway for me. Okay. And I want to be like, Dr. Erin. I mean, her story and her, you know, just, it really touched me, her story. And every time she spoke, I was glued, you know?
Yeah.
So.
And that can be you, Tammy. I mean, you're laughing, but it's true.
I hope so.
Right.
I mean,
awesome. Okay, so I want to run through this. I'm going to probably run through it pretty quickly. So what I would do is I'm happy to send this recording to you. I'm actually going to populate it a little bit more fully, but for now, this will do. So a lot of speakers that were there. These were the main ones, and then we had a slew of who Erin just also mentioned. People speak, and we had panels. A lot of information. So Paul opened up with this question, what are you grateful for? He actually gave us time to write down what we were grateful for. And you know, the reason I'm adding this slide to this presentation is just to remind us who we're working with. Who, you know, what is the foundational or fundamental philosophy of this company, which is this is a plant-based company. This is you know, we're talking about cannabis. We're talking about a plant that is raising consciousness, and that you have, you know, receptors in your brain and all over your body for, you know, not kale, not spinach, only for cannabis. And Paul is really amazing. A lot of heart at the conference. So definitely take time for that. Austin, these are some things that Austin ran through. You know, honesty. People want honesty. People want, you know, leaders that have imagination. You got to pivot. You know, it's kind of like when you're driving, if you look over to the right, you kind of steer to the right? So where your focus goes, your energy goes. You have to become a master of energy. So it's not when you get off or out of flow state, it's how quickly can you get back into flow state. We're in a people business, everybody. You know, we're all about service. This is connection. People are craving connection so much. This is why Facebook got so huge. Think about your lifestyle design. This company is all about lifestyle design. What are you doing in the morning? Is the first thing, do you grab your phone? Austin is just a reminder. He does cold water, he meditates, he prays, he's powered by purpose. Kind of what Kate was saying, teachable. There's a teachability index, willingness to learn, ability to change, right? So the people that you're enrolling or the people that you're calling in, write down the qualities of these affiliates that, you know, we call them affiliates, but tribe, you know, who do you really want to work with? Who do you want to travel with? Write qualities down. Let's see. And then, you know, Ashley went over the social media stuff, so I don't have to go through that. That's great. But what are we doing? We keep loving people. That's called follow up. And then, you know, he ended with, what is your non-negotiable yes? So a lot of good things to be thinking about. They mentioned the industry. You know, we know about cannabis. CBD industry in this country is 22 billion by 2020, but 30 billion by 2024. The skincare industry is 180 billion, and then skincare cover-up is 300 billion, and we are entering that market. Because of the promotion, this can be life-changing income. That new product business package, if you haven't logged onto your back office, do it. It's $1,500, I believe. You're gonna earn $750 cash in 7 days when you sign someone up with that package. So again, this can be life-changing income. You know, if you don't know about the promotion or, you know, the payouts and stuff like that, we can do a different training on that. So I want to go a little bit into brain behavior and health because, you know, what we're doing, and Ashley mentioned this a little bit with brain scans, is neurogenesis and neuroplasticity. And so the old thinking is, you know, remember back in the 80s or 90s, the advertisement with the iron skillet of the fried egg? It's like, this is your brain on drugs. The deal is that you can actually heal brain cells in the right environment. And this is huge. The brain uses any more energy than any other organ. And then look at neuroplasticity. It decreases with alcohol, sugar, environmental toxins, bacteria, fungus, and viruses. And then it increases when you move your body, you eat plants, you do sleep, intermittent fasting, meditation, and creativity. Okay, so know this for yourself. But what I want to say about this is that because of what Recept is doing, we're able to regenerate brain cells, you know, and we're wondering why people have brain fog. Okay, so a couple things. One dose of Recept, it changes the brain power. It's called spatial navigation, and this deals with movement and attention and perception and awareness. Okay, this is one dropper full, and they tested it, and it takes 35 milliseconds for it to cross the blood-brain barrier. You do not need to hold it at all in your mouth at all. It's how fast Recept affects your brain is faster than vibrational frequency. I mean, it's really interesting. Out of 82 people, they kept testing it because they were confused. They thought it was a fluke. There is this thing called LeTa, and it's assessing abilities in the brain. I'm gonna go over a little bit about this, but the markers of memory, people are having a hard time remembering someone's name, and they were just told someone's name, okay? It's visual processing, attention, and information processing. And what happens is on the alpha brainwave, there's a decreased peak. You can look at genetics, or you can hook up an EEG or different technology, but that's the biomarker for early onset Alzheimer's and dementia. And they've been able to normalize that marker in 30 to 60 minutes. I mean, wow. This is huge. This is huge. Okay, so they looked at MSI, which is a mental stress indicator, and then a PSI, which is a physical stress index. They analyzed 117 brains. for, you know, increased stress with neuroplasticity. Again, I don't have to go over all this, but we're talking about not just people that have had brain injury. We're talking about memory, concentration, comprehension, decision making, coordination. It's really incredible. So let's go into a couple things. So they did a lot of different kind of scans. I'm going to mention one of them, the EEG, because I think it's, you know, you don't have to be an expert. You don't have to understand this stuff. It is nice to go through a couple times. But the best thing we can do is get a bottle in people's hands and have them experience it, or a couple bottles. But the brain is responsible for our moods, our thoughts, our cognitive ability. Okay, brain activity is measured by an electrical impulse, and we can figure out from a number standpoint, is it working? Okay, so when these doctors, part of Prime My Body, measured the brain activity in real time, they can figure out what to do. So they hooked up all these EEG nodes. In fact, I think the football player, Jonas Kraft did it. And what they're doing is these electrodes are measuring the voltage fluctuations resulting from an ionic current, okay, with the neurons in the brain. So basically it's detecting brain waves, and they're wanting to see, are these brain waves firing at the optimal speed? So I don't want to go into the numbers for alpha waves, but take a look at this. If it's high beta, you're going to be anxious. So anxious people, that's the frequency. If they're low beta, it's calm and focused, and then et cetera, theta and alpha. But take a look at this. You ideally are fluctuating throughout the day in all these states: gamma, beta, alpha, theta, and delta, okay? But what's happening is that people are staying in high beta. They're getting anxious, and they're getting depressed. They're not able to be calm and focused. And so they're able to measure that. With Recept, after 1 milliliter, one dose, okay, after 5 minutes, they were able to look at getting this person back into normal waves. 5 minutes, one dose, okay? So really incredible. So they did a study. Take a look at this. They're looking at mind, musculoskeletal, emotions, and energy. So they just did an observational study for quality of life, and literally within 4 weeks, it was like unbelievable. So take a look. Again, I'll send you all these charts. I uploaded all of the videos to give everybody access to it. Tammy, I don't have your email, so I'm happy to send them to you. Okay, new product, Nox, $189 for 30 days supply. It's the first nitric oxide and CBD product on the market. We're selling samples now. And what's interesting about nitric oxide, not a lot of people know about it, okay? It's produced by almost every cell in the human body. It's a really important molecule for blood vessels. It's a vasodilator. And again, it just makes the blood vessels wider. So it's going to lower blood pressure. And we know how many people have blood pressure issues, but don't worry about that. What it's going to do is it's going to bring blood to all different areas of the body, especially the skin. And blood, if it has the viscosity, if it has the nutrients, you're going to look younger. It's anti-aging. And we'll do trainings on this particular product. But the company, I believe, is going to give us these nitric oxide strips. So take a look at it. You suck on this strip, you just put some saliva on it, and then it's going to tell you if you're depleted or not. So really easy to make dietary or lifestyle adjustments if you don't have really good nitric oxide level in the blood. So we'll be doing more. The app is amazing. It is $9.99 a month or $9.95, but I really suggest you paying for it for a month, checking it out. I think it's really going to be able to build your business. And again, there's trainings on the back office on it. I want to go over very quickly the topical pre-order in 2 weeks from the conference. So they're shipping mid-July. It's a 2-ounce black tin, 1,000 milligrams. And it has an EGW score of 1, which is really great. But take a look at the third ingredient, cannabis sativa L. Okay. Really excited about that, honestly. And again, I went through and wrote out every single definition here. So again, I can send this to you so you can be a little bit more knowledgeable on what's in it. But again, with my new presentation, I will be going over all that. So the next person, I think, was Sarah Hayward who spoke. She asked us who your hot prospects are. And these are very specific things to get you that, you know, that allowed her to make a lot of money very quickly. And I actually really appreciate this list. I think this is actually super helpful for me. I've known about this kind of thing and I haven't been doing it, so I'm actually going to embrace it. I'm super excited about that. And there's massive action until the end of the July with this promo. So it's going to end at the end of July. And basically you invite them to get information. And then once they have the information, it's a yes or no. On Tuesday nights, they're doing a Zoom overview. I think they're dropping the Thursday call. And then on Saturday at 9, before the 10 o'clock leadership call, there's going to be trainings for new affiliates. So every time you have a new affiliate, drive them to the Saturday 9 a.m. training. And then if you have someone new that you don't want to send Aaron or JT's presentation for, or they can't get access to a class, send them to the Tuesday 6 p.m. intro. Now, this is the deal. You can have any relationship with the company and me, and Aaron and Sydney. And the reason I say that is, make sure you get on that Tuesday night call, get a vibe for it, get a feel, and then know who to send it to. You might not want to send it to a certain person. I don't know. So I always like to kind of have a little bit of control of people's first 1, 2, 3 touches with the company to make sure people have a good experience. So you decide on what pamphlets to send them, what copy to write out on Facebook. Again, you have control over that. Fortunes in the follow-up, do you have a system? That's one of the things that I've been lacking and I've been working on. And again, a system could be in your notepad in your iPhone, having some text or copy there that you can copy and paste. You know, I have Aaron's video, I can copy and paste someone. I have, you know, again, things really to make sure it's accessible for me so I don't have to keep redoing something over and over again. I really loved Sarah Hayward's examples of how to share this with. It really, really helpful for me. So these are some examples. I am working with first-in-class hemp products that are changing people's lives at a cellular level. I am hand selecting a team of people to join me on the forefront of the hemp revolution, and I think you would really love what we are weaving together. I am working with a plant-based wellness company with cutting-edge delivery systems and unique formulations unlike anything else out there. I would love to show you how to capitalize on this once-in-a-life opportunity on the leading edge of hemp. And then there's one more here. So actually, there's another one here. So super helpful. Again, rework it, reword it the way you want. She had a lot of gems in there. Here's 2 more. So again, you can watch the replay on this. And then she went into some specific stuff. I didn't want to spend too much time typing out everything. I have, again, like I said, all the pictures and video uploaded. Most of us that are on this call have access to that. If you don't have access to it, I will add you to that. So again, we don't have to go over all this now, but there's a couple other things that I wanted to share. Let's see. Do you know what you have? This was Linda Hamilton. And you know, before I wrap up, you know, we have a product that was just in an industry that was deregulated. We have products that no one else has and won't have for the next year or two. CBD in this country is about to explode. And what does that mean for us? Prime My Body is consistently 10% of the market and growing. So 10% of the market over the last 2 years and growing means Prime My Body is going to be paying out $1.1 billion. Okay, so what does that mean for each of us? Well, I've been doing some research. 800 people showed up to conference. But if you look at the YouTube video of Prime My Body, they're consistently getting around 2,200 to 2,500 views. So that's not that many people in the company. And again, I don't know how many people are very active in the company. It's somewhere between 800 and 2,000. So do the numbers. This is your time to take some massive action. Take Sydney's advice. I own Eric Worre's 20 and 30, how to get 20 people in 30 days. If that's your goal, I'm happy to share that. that with you. But it's one of those things where if you can put time into this in the next, 3 weeks, I definitely would do it. We missed you at conference. So again, massive action. What does it look like? Here's some steps. And the last thing I was going to say is that we can do this together. Sydney and I are here working and supporting you every day until the end of July at least. I have set aside I would say 75% of my time right now to working this business to take advantage of this promotion. And as far as giving you guys access to slides and video, I pretty much have the whole conference on video and slides. And if you want to take the time, it would be helpful for you to do that. I would probably say it's about 4 hours of video. But, just like everybody on this call said, it's true, because when you go to a conference or when you go to a live event, it's getting connected and getting a sense of the bigger community that we're building. And that's priceless. And also, if you haven't had a chance to meet the people that are behind the scenes working their asses off to make sure that they're legal and we have good products that are quality, that don't have toxins and bad things in them, it's pretty profound. So I'm super grateful. I'm happy to talk with any of you one-on-one. I'm happy to do presentations in your area, launch calls, three-way calls. So I'm really excited that you're on this call, that you're showing up. And yeah, just grateful to be part of the team.
Awesome. Thank you so much, LeTa. I mean, just a wonderful job of really getting a sense of what happened there and really giving us the nuggets on all the pieces. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot to take in, but really right now, like taking that energy, taking the understanding that what we have here in complete possibility, and then really anchoring into your sponsor or their upline. If you want to take this to the next level, let's get on a call. Let's do some strategizing for these next few weeks, how you want to anchor in your focus. And that, all of these trainings will be great, but there's only a few pieces that you really need right now to really get yourself going and taking massive action and really getting on board with yourself about the product, the validity, what, LeTa spoke about. I guess one more thing was it the chief commissioner? Is that who spoke with the hat on?
Yeah.
Right. So he's huge. He's a big influencer in the United States. We've got some big level people getting involved and turning their heads and saying, this is it. Validating our company, like I said, in magazines and things like that. So we don't really need to worry about that. It's really about, okay, here are the few steps of how to reach out, getting some scripts down, how to approach that, and being really transparent with people, because it's an invitation. And so it's really short and simple, creating curiosity and following the duplication steps. And that's really about getting on a phone call briefly, having your list, being consistent every 2 days to follow up with somebody unless they ask you to not contact them until 4 or 5 days or a week later. Every 2 days is really how you keep the momentum of a touch. And that's a video, that's a phone call, that's a coffee meeting, that's a 3-way call. That is you, me, LeTa, me, we get on a call. All you have to do is introduce us and step back, and your training is to sit and listen on the call. We're building rapport, we're answering questions, and we're leading them down a path where they can see the possibility here as a product level, as a community level, or a business opportunity. And that's it, guys. It's just do over. Getting them a video, getting them on a call, meeting them in person, short, brief touches so that you can expand quickly. And that's really what Eric Worre talks about is we're not doing slow pace. We're doing intensity at a certain level. If you feel prepared for that, that really allows your business to build quickly and create a momentum for a team that we can support and build and train. So your job right now is a master connector, passion, short touches, setting up those calls. If that's reach outs briefly on a messenger or by phone, what's your goal? Is that like 10 touches a day? Letting people know what you're up to. And then we can set up a launch call. And your launch call is really just introducing yourself, what you know about the product, and then stepping out of the way and letting us lead that call. And that can be a 20-minute short call, or that can be a Zoom presentation. We can do them all week long. I mean, that's what we're doing. Artemis Prime, who's a huge, huge advocate for this botanical, these lines, this company, detox specialist. He was one of the top leaders that enrolled people in this last promo we had. And it really just is about consistency. We can do presentations every day. If you guys feel connected to really having that, I'm happy to do that at noon or at 6 o'clock at night. It's very, very simple. So hopefully that's enough for now. We'll talk about the promo. Really just the fundamental is we have some new packages, like the $1,500 package that has multiple products in it, which anybody that signs up and says yes and they want to try all those different products, you make $750 commission on one person. That's huge. Okay, so that's, people are ready and willing and they're just curious and they want to go for it. That's a great package. And then all the other packages, $800 and up, qualify you for a 4x4. And I will go into the details, me or LeTa, to break that down. So watch for a follow-up video within the next day to guide you in that. But really right now is to have product. And I'm going to close down the meeting for now because we've been here for a while. Thank you all so much for showing up. Thank you for saying yes. If you want to learn more and know more, get on the phone with your sponsor and we're happy to go over some more details with you. So anybody else want to add anything before we say goodbye?
No, because we're doing a launch call in 6 minutes.
Yes.
For Catherine.
Okay.
And
Sorry,
then one
guys.
for Ashley. So.
All right. All right. Thank you so much. Lots of love to you all. We got it recorded so you can share with the rest of your team. Have a beautiful day.
Thank you. Thanks, Sydney, so much.
Bye.